In today's video, we'll be starting one series that I've been really looking forward to make, and that is ranking everything that I could think of that is well worthy of ranking in Cold War Zombies, as the game is basically on its last few weeks. So in today's video, we will be ranking the wonder weapons, as you can tell by the title, but we will also be looking at things like pack-a-punch camos, boss fights, and then probably the final one, we will rank what in my opinion are the best maps from worst to best. And also to bear in mind, this ranking is, in my opinion, what I think. You will probably have a very different opinion, and I would love for you to actually share it, so be sure to comment down below what in your opinion are the top 5, well, there's only 5 wonder weapons in the game. Also, I will not be separating the D.I.E into different versions, so I'm only going to be looking at the D.I.E and the CRBRS and also the other wonder weapons in their own self way, so I'm not going to be looking at their second versions or multiple different ones. I'll only mainly concentrate on the main one and really just whatever one is the best out of all of the different variants. And also be sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers before the release of Vanguard. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So coming in at the number 5 spot, we will go from worst to best, is the D.I.E. I don't think this wonder weapon is something that I will favor over different weapons, like let's say the ray gun, or if I had to choose between this and I don't know, some other wonder weapon on this list, I would definitely choose the other one. The D.I.E is a very cool looking wonder weapon. The unlocking of it is actually very easy. All you have to do is just get up to a certain round when megatons start spawning in, get a special keycard that you use to get a radio, and then with that radio you are able to then power up the actual wonder weapon in a secret room that fills it up with zombie bodies, and then basically you're able to use its blast to obtain it, which is super easy and super simple. And unlocking its variants can be a slight bit annoying. For example, you do have to kind of progress in the actual Easter egg a tiny bit to unlock 2 versions of it, but actually one of those versions is in my opinion the best currently, especially after you're able to pack-a-punch the wonder weapon, and that is the D.I.E Electro Bolt. Not only is it like really powerful on Orda and Outbreak, we won't be looking at Outbreak, we'll be looking at these wonder weapons in their respective maps, but the D.I.E Electro Bolt now allows you to basically super sprint around the map if you have all the perks and have a pack-a-punch, which is actually insane. And also the other version that I will say is good is also the Nova 6 variant, which is basically the gas one, or even the base version of the wonder weapon, but I don't think it's just something that I really enjoy, and I was really contemplating it, putting it higher up on this list, but there's just so many different wonder weapons in the game currently that are just so much better. Now coming in at the number 4 spot, I feel like some people will really disagree with me and probably go out of their way to comment down below how incorrect I am or dislike the video straight away. And coming in at the number 4 spot, I'm going to be putting the Chrysalax here. Now, do bear in mind, I love this wonder weapon. It is so cool that we finally got one that isn't made by people. It's made by the D.I.E. It's a freaking axe that can also be an SMG. It has some really cool abilities to it, like you can throw down this kind of twirling tornado that you can hold down with your triggers, so it also kills zombies, while you can swing. And also the actual SMG has the ability of blowing up zombies if you get lucky with one of the shots. It's like a basically ammo mod that's already equipped with the wonder weapon. But one of the worst parts about it is the fact that it drops off before the health cap, and you really do need to kind of really strategically use it. And the other wonder weapons on this list higher up don't really require you to be super strategic with them. All you really need to do is just shoot and don't care. And I'm not going to be looking at this list of what wonder weapon is just the coolest and put it really high up. I'm looking at wonder weapons, what they look like, how easy they are to unlock, how good they are for higher rounds and different things like that. And the D.I.E, it's okay for the higher rounds, definitely better than let's say like with an insta-kill, but the Chrysalax is just not something great. The unlocking of it can be actually slightly annoying, especially with the system of having to get crystals destroyed by the abomination, so you're definitely better off getting it from the actual trials machine on Forsaken. I'm not going to be tapping into, oh, so from this and this pack-a-punch you deal this much damage, and from this and this pack-a-punch you deal this much damage, and things like that, because the video will take way too long and be way too long if I were going to be looking at the exact amount of damage this thing deals. All I know is that past round 42, 43, you start needing to really just kind of really be careful with the wonder weapon. The SMG kind of drops off, and it's just bad. Like the variant of the SMG is just bad. You're better off using the melee weapon. But some of the things that stand out to me is especially the fact that if you have your melee skill upgraded, you can actually, well, first of all, you have an increased amount of points that you get, and second of all, you can actually get health back. But it's just not a good wonder weapon, and I I just like the look of it mostly. Now, coming in at the number 3 spot, I am going to be putting the Rai K here. I was actually going to put it on number 4 and the Chrysalax was supposed to be here, but ever since they buffed it, I have to be honest, it is kind of improved. It definitely is a bit more satisfying to use, and it's just kind of a classic wonder weapon now for the actual Zombies Cold War mode for me. Just having to use it so many times on Firebase Z and things like that, and now it actually being improved with its damage and just the blast of the actual Rai K is just so satisfying to use sometimes. I'm putting it here. The unlocking of it is definitely the most annoying thing out of all the Cold War weapons, because you have to, number 1, run over, pick up a special blueprint, then run over and do actually a pretty cool animation of digging out somebody's eye, then run back, get special keys, then get to kill some mimics to get a special part that then you have to go and shoot special parts of a dart that you get from a computer, and it can be actually slightly annoying. Then shoot the middle, then you get a part, and you have to wait till like round 16, 18 to get a mangler, then to get a special ammo type from him that you have to charge up for like a round, and then you can only build the Rai K then. Oh my god, it can be slightly annoying to unlock it. So yeah, once again, you're definitely better off unlocking it from the Trials machine. And you know, the Trials machine is just the MVP for unlocking you wonder weapons. But quickly looking at the Rai K itself, it actually just looks really cool, and it's just a very good weapon. If I were to high round on, let's say, Outbreak or even Firebase Z, I would definitely opt out to use the Rai K than, let's say, a ray gun on Outbreak or things like that, because of its special blasts and the improved damage that it got recently. So that's why it's going to be coming at the number 3 spot. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there's only 2 different wonder weapons left for number 1 and number 2 spot, and this was very difficult to put them on certain points on that. But I'm going to be putting on number 2 spot the ray gun. The ray gun has been in every single Cold War game mode slash map, apart from Onslaught, I guess, if you want to count it, and Firebase Z. But the reason I'm pretty sure we didn't get in Firebase Z is because of the Rai K. But the ray gun is an amazing, cool looking wonder weapon that we've seen throughout basically Treyarch Zombies history, and I don't know if we're actually going to be seeing it in Vanguard, not the point. But for the first time in absolutely years, since like Black Ops 1 or even World at War, the ray gun is amazing. It is such a powerful wonder weapon, and to look back on it from when it launched with Cold War Zombies, it was ridiculously overpowered. Since then, it's been nerfed, it just went through a lot of different things, especially with the health cap changes and different things like that. So the ray gun has gone through probably the most out of all the wonder weapons in Cold War Zombies as of now, but it's just such a good weapon to get. It's used for high rounding on different maps, like let's say on Die Machine or Forsaken or different things like that, and it's just such a satisfying weapon to use. The new movement is cool, and the only bad thing is that number 1, you can't build it, or number 2, you can't get it from the trials, so you have to hit the box like a billion times or get lucky from, let's say, the Ronald Reagan Easter egg on Firebase Z or the actual bunny Easter egg on every single map. But I don't think there's anything much more to say about the ray gun. It is just a really good weapon, and it's going to be coming at the number 2 spot because number 1 is going to be the CRBRS. I think a lot of people can agree this wonder weapon is just so good, and it's so sad that we don't have it on Outbreak because that would really change up the mode itself. Now this CRBRS or the Cerberus has actually a few different variants, and they're all good in their own way. For example, one of them is used for addressing the Easter egg, or another one is just good because it blows zombies up, and another one can be kind of poo-poo because it's like a shotgun. To be honest, I don't care about those variants. The main star of this actual weapon, the main variant, is the base one. It is used for high rounding on this map so many times. It is so satisfying to use, and a combination of Ring of Fire with this bad boy, it literally just melts through the zombies. And another really cool detail on it is that it talks to you. The wonder weapon itself has the characters that we've had in the previous maps straight up just talking to you at times. Now it is kind of a bit faint and a bit difficult to hear, but it's just a really cool detail. And I'd say it's up there with the D.I.E as to how easy it is to unlock. You basically can do it every single game. All you need to do is just build the boy Klaus, which isn't actually difficult, just do it from round 10, then get a special blacklight that you need to use to look around for specific numbers that all you have to do is put into a safe that can be opened up with brain rot to actually get another part, and then you can just unlock it for free there. And I know I kind of made that sound a bit confusing, but it's not. Trust me, if you've played Mauer Toten, if you've played with the CRBRS and unlocked it, it's actually very easy. And every single time I play Mauer, it's just something I always do because it's super easy to unlock. So it's definitely number one in my opinion. It is probably one of my favorite wonder weapons ever in Cold War zombies, or just zombies in general. And I don't know if we'll ever see it again in the future, not in Vanguard, because it just wouldn't make sense. But it's just one of them up there, you know. It's just a very, very good, cool looking wonder weapon. It's a bit sleek, you know. It looks kind of, it has a nice finish to it, so I really do enjoy that. But that's going to be it for the video. I didn't want to tap into too many, like, oh, the amount of damage, as I mentioned earlier. Oh, so does like 5k without pack-a-punch and stuff like that. Because this video will probably be around half an hour long if I were to get into every single bit of the detail and every single wonder weapon. I know there will be people out there that are like, why didn't you do this? There's your explanation if you've watched this far. It just would take far too long, and this is just a personal opinion, just a little quick video. Probably not going to be quick because I'm still talking, but just something that I wanted to put together, just share my opinion. And once again, I would love to hear yours. Be sure to comment down below. And I feel like there's like a universal agreement of the wonder weapons. I know there will be people that will hate me for the Chrysalax one. I'm sorry, I just don't like it. no, I do like it, but okay, you know what, I already said my opinions on that. Be sure to subscribe. 30k, here we come. And be on the lookout for the other parts to this series. I don't know when they'll be uploaded. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.